So with the hype of Resident Evil 9 Requiem, pretty much a lot of us Resident Evil fans are looking for merchandise for Resident Evil. But of course, Resident Evil merchandise can become really hard to find, especially when it comes to collectibles, like action figures and things like that. This figure right here is by LIM Toys. I got this from AliExpress. It was a figure that was a little, it was pricey. It's not cheap figure at all. I pay about $140 for this figure. I really usually don't spend that much money, especially for action figure. But in my opinion, this figure was worth it. As you're gonna see here on this video, pretty much, all the details this figure has. This is Leon S. Kennedy. He just looks like, just like he just came out from the game when it comes to details. And of course, besides that, just from all the accessories that it comes with, pretty much this is like the ultimate edition when it comes to this figure, because well, if I'm not mistaken, they do have a one that doesn't have that many accessories, but that's from the old school Resident Evil 2. This one is from the remake, and the one for the remake, if I'm not mistaken, comes with this ultimate edition, which means that you're gonna get all the accessories as you see here for all the accessories that you see here on this video. And so yeah, pretty much let me go ahead and go over this with you guys so you guys can see all the accessories that this figure comes with, starting with the typewriter, as you see here. Obviously in the original you needed to have ink to save. Also, if I'm not mistaken, in the remake you can still have ink in like if you do the original like gameplay playthrough, but you don't have to. If you just play as the new remake, you don't need the ink anymore. Besides that, something that you really need the most when it comes to Resident Evil is herbs. Pretty much heals, health, horror survival games, so you will need that to get by when it comes to playing Resident Evil. Also bullets, ammo, as you see here. This also comes with a ammo box. It's pretty cool in my opinion. It's very detailed. Besides the ammo, you get a couple magazines, as you see here. So pretty much besides that, we have to talk about the weapons, all the weapons that this thing comes with. So you get you get like a magnum. You get a magnum, as you see here. You get about 2 handguns. Besides that, you also get this handgun / upgrade, which is, if I'm not mistaken, this kind of comes like a machine gun in a way, from what I recall. Obviously the flamethrower, which you get to use almost at the end of the game to kill the plants. The rocket launcher, which you would need to end up killing Mr. X Tyrant at the end of the game. And it's pretty cool when it comes to the flamethrower and rocket, as you see here, because they also have the flame coming out, so to give it more effects. You also have the rocket, as you see here, with a missile coming out of it, with smoke effects and everything. This is really cool in my opinion. Besides that, you get a hand grenade. You also get a flashbang grenade, and then you will also have some of the accessories that you're gonna get that you have to do at the end of the game, to finish the story. When it comes to the wrist key, you need to get like different colors to open different doors and security doors, this and that. You also have to do like a liquid thing, if I'm not mistaken. That's just for something else, to get to the boss, or to kind of finish the game. As Leon itself is very detailed. He comes with a cloth kind of uniform, so it just makes the figure more realistic in my opinion. When it comes to cloths, it's 50-50, because it's something that can get dirty and you don't want to mess it up. It's something that you have to kind of keep inside a glass, or a display glass, or inside a box, so your figure don't get messed up in time. So it's something that you have to take care of better, as a collector. But I don't mind that at all. It just looks very detailed. when it comes to that. You also get a raccoon, one of the raccoon things that you have to shoot as a, to get a trophy. You get an amount that you have to find during the playthrough of the game. We also can forget the iconic keys from the RPD, station, the police station, that you have to get different type of keys like the hard and things like that to pretty much, open doors to continue the game. As you see here, you also get a walkie-talkie. So yeah, pretty much all these accessories that it comes with this figure is worth it, in my opinion. Still a little pricey, but of course, when you want something as detailed as this, you're gonna have to pay the price. But I don't regret this at all. This figure, obviously, I guess now it's just becoming out of stock due to the hype of Resident Evil 9. You're returning to play as Leon. I guess I just got this on time because the figure that I just got, it just went up to like almost $200, and it's a little hard to find. If I'm not mistaken, this figure is already like 3 years old, so I might be a little late to this game, making this video about this game, this figure. But at the same time, to be honest, you can't really find that many videos on YouTube when it comes to this figure, so that's why I want to show you guys the details and try to show you guys comparison to different scales. So that's what I'm about to do here. As you see here, we're gonna go ahead and compare him to Nathan Drake from NECA Figures, and you can see the different scales. This is a 1/12 size when it comes to Leon. The NECA figures, they go for about, I will say, 6 to almost 7 inch. When it comes to scale, you also have Boy, Atreus from God of War, the son of Kratos. This, if I'm not mistaken, this figure is the brand for this figure is by PlayStation. So pretty much PlayStation made a newer brand when it comes to their figures. And to be honest, these figures, when it comes to the PlayStation ones, are still a little hard to find. I never really saw them in stores. I found this one at Ross, so I got lucky with this one. But yeah, besides that, I really do recommend this Leon figure by the LIM Toys. Hopefully I'm saying their brand right. I found this at AliExpress. If you guys are, looking for Resident Evil merchandise and figures. So pretty much recently I started collecting Resident Evil merchandise because, as I said in the beginning of the video, it's a little hard when it comes to finding merchandise for Resident Evil. You usually find, most of the things online, and it's not really official. It's like third-party, unofficial branding, like this figure here itself. This is not by Capcom at all. This is by a third party. I would make another video about that when it comes to Capcom and merchandise, which is something that us fans, we kind of sucks to be a Resident Evil fans, because when you want merchandise, it's hard to find merchandise for Resident Evil. But yeah, besides that, guys, please let me know what you guys think about this figure. I really do recommend it. Obviously, if you are a collector, it can get pricey. This is a pricey figure. So yeah, get ready to pay, for something like this. I do recommend it because you get the quality, you get what you pay for when it comes to this figure. So yeah, thank you everyone for watching my video. Please let me know down below if you are gonna get this figure, and let me know what you guys think about this video. I'm just trying to do my best to bring you guys quality videos and get better at this, and hopefully you guys can give me all the feedbacks. That way I can continue making content for everyone. So yeah, thank you everyone for watching my video, and have a great one.